Hi there, thank you so much for joining me for my live. We're on number 3 of our Christmas countdown. I'm hoping to do 12 countdowns altogether. And I have done so far Christmas decorations, Christmas cards, and today we're going to be doing a bottle holder, which I made a few years ago, and I'm going to recreate it using kind of Christmassy papers. My nose is really tickly tonight, so do excuse me if I grab at the tissues and sneeze. Do say hello when you're coming on. It's nice to see who's around. And in fact, what I was going to do is set up my other device so that hopefully I can see comments when I get going. So hi there. I am aware that my sister is live at the moment and she's supposed to finish, but she hasn't. So no worries, Sheila. So hopefully she'll come on in a minute. So let me just, while I do that, oh, I knew that would happen. I'm not quite ready for the Cindy's multitasking, that's amazing. So hi and welcome to my channel. If you've never seen me before, my name's Esther from Stampin' Star Creations. Thank you, already got some thumbs up and we haven't even started, so this is amazing. So I'll show you my prototype that I did a few years ago. I had the amazing privilege of being what's called a display stamper. Hi there, Debbie from Minnesota, cool. So I had the privilege of being a display stamper at one of our Stampin' Up events. So I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator, and by being a display stamper, it meant that I got a product early, got to play with it before anyone else got to see it, and to make some products using those things that I was sent. So if you want to see the unboxing, I just thought I'm just going to switch on the camera because this is quite an exciting time. So if you want to see the unboxing, I have actually got an unboxing of the time that I opened this box, and it felt almost like better than Christmas because you had no idea what was inside. It was amazing. Right, let's see if I can see comments, see if I can fix this up, and then I can show you. Oh no, don't do that. I'm going wrong already, sorry. Okay, no, I haven't missed anything. We're all good. I need to put in my nose. Can you excuse me? I'm sorry. Okay. So, for those of you waiting and wanting, this is the bottle holder. Now, it might look quite small, but amazingly, it does fit in a small bottle of beer. And I've tested it out because not everybody's a drinker. You might want to put in something else. So this does fit in small jars. So if you kind of use those nice, if you make homemade jam or anything like that, or last year I was giving some lovely salted caramel sauce stuff, and I checked and that fitted in, so that was like a hexagon type jar. So they do fit in jars as well as bottles, so don't feel that you're limited to bottles. Somebody said hi. Thank you for sharing this out. Hi Amy, welcome. Hi everybody who's joining. Hi Karen and Vicky and Steph and Cindy and Rhonda and Debbie and Amy and Jeannie and Linda. Have I said everybody? Welcome. Okay, let's get started. So what I've gone ahead and done is actually printed out some instructions. So the hope is I'm going to follow my own instructions tonight in the hope that it makes sense, and that if I go public with these and let you have them, that it will make sense, and it will make sense to you. And hopefully with me using them, I can talk you through or just make sure that there might be, if there's anything missing off the instructions. Does that make sense? I feel like I'm talking gibberish. Hi there, Ben and Tony from Chicagoland. And hi Debbie, I really loved your wreath card. Just saw you for the first time today. Amazing. Thank you so much for it. I was going to try and find my wreath card, and I think I might have photographed it, so it's kind of off. I don't know, I put it somewhere. Excuse me a minute. So because I'm in the UK, I have actually used UK sizes, so it might be a little bit of an issue if you are from the US and you want to do this. So just kind of bear with, because sometimes, you know, things are really geared up for the American sizes with inches, but here in the UK, I wanted to make sure that this could be made out of 2 sheets of A4 card. This is another prototype I've done. This is another Christmassy one. So this was my original one. This was my Christmassy prototype, and I'm going to do yet another one for you tonight, another version, because I adapted it slightly. Okay, let's get started. So just to say, I'm not one for measurements and numbers, and it really confuses me. So I'm absolutely amazed I actually came up with this design in the first place. And I think if you are wanting to come up with anything, use a piece of copy paper or scrap paper. Don't go using your card. Trust me, I've made that mistake before where I've gone straight to card and I've wasted card by chopping it up. Obviously, you can use it for other projects, but don't go and waste your decent card. Just get yourself some copy paper, and once you're happy with the design, then you can make it up into a card copy. Right, the other thing I've got here is a template so that hopefully I can kind of guide you through what I'm doing and you can see what I'm doing. So I'm just going to say a few more hellos. Hi there, Ali and Louisa. Linda, love the colours in the wreath card. Thank you. Hi from Niagara Falls. Wow, it's a gorgeous day there. You've just left Ruth and these two sisters. It's just amazing. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you. So you've been watching Ruth. I am the youngest sister of, there's 3 of us girls, and I'm the youngest. Ruth's the oldest. So I'm going to, like I said, follow my instructions to see if I'm doing this right. I feel like, let's just get on. Stop talking and just get on. Okay. This is our Simply Scoreboard tool. Oh great, this is my oh, that's fine. My what do you call it, reception. Monday 9 o'clock is not a good time for me. I'm not quite with it. I've had a really busy day. Okay, so I'm gonna just put that to the, in fact, let's move that. Should we just start again? Okay. Meet the instructions, Esther. Okay, so using an A4 sheet of card, we're going to score the short side at 2 3/8, which is where I've actually got my pointer. So we're scoring the short side at 2 3/8 and at 5.5. So don't feel that you've got to write down the measurements. I'm hoping that this is so right that I can just get it out there. And I will put a link underneath my description when I get around to it. Hi there, Ellen. Welcome. So you scored at 2 3/8 and 5.5. And then on the long side, you score at 2 3/8 and 5.5. Nice and easy so far, okay? Look, I can do it. Trust me, you can too. Then it says, mark with a scoring tool or pencil at 8 1/8 an inch. So I'm going to mark it with a pencil in the hope that it shows up a bit more for you lot to be able to see. So do that. Flip the page straight over and mark again. So when I mean flip the page, I mean like this, okay? So especially if you're scoring it, you'll get that indentation and you'll know where that is on the other side, okay? So you'll have a mark there and you'll have a mark on the other side. I know it's really tricky to see the lines at the moment. Maybe I shouldn't have chosen this colour, but just we're going to carry on. So we're going to fold and burnish all the score lines inwards on itself. So I'm going to move this bad boy out of the way. I didn't think we need you again. Thank you very much. And I'm going to get my bone folder. When I say fold and burnish, this is folding and this is burnishing. Folding is obvious. Burnishing means you're just squashing those score lines. You don't have to use a bone folder, but it helps to get a nice smooth line across. So when I say folding it in on itself, everything's going inwards. Got something mucky on my bone folder, I think. Okay, so we've done the scoring and we've done the folding and the burnishing. Excuse me. Right, now we're going to do a bit of cutting. I'm so sorry, I don't know what's happening with my nose tonight. Hi, Deborah. So cut up the score as shown in the diagram. Oh, I've got a bit missing. Have I? No. Follow the instructions. Cut up the score lines as shown in the diagram with a wedge at the shown angles. So what I don't need to do, I need to take this out because that doesn't make sense. I think I changed things at the last minute, but this is good. This is why I'm going through it with you. So we're cutting the score lines as shown. So you're cutting up the middle. Come on, scissors. Cutting up the middle on both sides. Then we are going to wedge it, but we're going to just wedge these two end pieces here. Okay, so don't wedge that middle bit. You're just cutting your, a wedge out of this side and out of this side. Do let me know if I'm not making sense or if you need me to recap. Karen says, you and Ruth both have something on. Hi from California. Hi there. Welcome. Okay, so we're cutting a wedge on... Cutting? What's cutting? Cutting. Talk English, Hester. Oops, cut a bit too much, but hey-ho. Okay, I'm too zoomed in now. That's better. Right, follow the diagram. So we're cutting English up this side, and we're cutting a wedge, following my own diagram, in here. It just helps, because there's a lot of layers to fold. You'll be amazed, actually, just cutting those wedges away does help. I don't think I did it with my original one, but it does just help. I think I cut too much there, but never mind. We're just going for it now, okay? Just gonna cut a bit more, why not? Because it all gets hidden in the end. Okay, so those are your scrappy bits. So what I wanted to do is make it as easy as possible. Folding first, scoring, folding, burnish, cutting. Okay, let's see what it says. Oh, what a shame. I think you're coming down with something. Really love the box. It's a good idea. Thank you, Karen. I don't know, sometimes I suffer from allergies, and particularly with this weather, something's going on. Right, do you remember that mark we made earlier? Oh, follow the instructions. So from the short side, so this way here, cut from the top of each of the centre score lines, being here, to the 8 1/8 mark that we made, okay? Hi there, Linda. Thank you for popping over from Ruth's. So I've got my score line here. Remember, we made a mark on the other side. Actually, it's no good doing it with a pencil. It's got to be with the scoring tool and not the pencil, because you're not going to be able to see what you're doing. So we're cutting away that. Now save these pieces, because we might use them later. I managed to use them before for something. So again, just going from that middle score line to that mark. Right, is everybody with me so far? I hope that makes sense. Ruth's just finished. Hi there, Ruth. Welcome. Okay, we've got to this point. You got to the good bit. Okay, back to my instructions. On the back side of the card, to turn this over, glue as shown in the diagram. So you're gluing these and these. Okay. Hi there, Vanessa. Thank you for coming over. So this one and this one. In fact, it's quite important to get around the edges. I noticed that on my prototypes. It's good to put a bit of glue in the middle, but do put some around the edges too. Okay, so I'm going to try and do this without... Okay, next page. Fold up. Now, this was tricky doing this on the computer. Fold up and glue together. This is the front view. This is the side view. So basically, that's what you should be finished with. So when I say fold up, we're going to... Okay, I'm getting really gluey now. Fold up these flaps here. Okay. And fold up these sides here, and then we've got glue on the front as well, so I'm just going to go for it and squash it all together. So once you've squashed it together, you've got an idea of where things should go. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Again, I'm just going to give that a little... I think I've got glue somewhere I shouldn't just then. Okay, then it says repeat the process with another A4 piece of cardstock, glue both sides back to back. Okay, so here's one I made earlier. I've always wanted to say that. So that's your back to back. Okay, good. Oh, we're getting through this, folks. We're doing this. I only spent a day writing instructions and making sure this works. Oh dear. Things we've got to do, eh? Plenty of glue. Now you might at this stage want to use a different kind of glue, but you know what? As you got the wet glue out, it's fine. So just line those up, press them together. My hands are quite large and I can squeeze them down the middle to just hold that together for about 10 seconds. Now's a good time if you've got any questions, queries, anything you want to ask, say, do. Now's a good time. So far my instructions are working, but the trouble is when you're used to instructions that you've written yourself, you kind of you skip ahead rather than actually reading them. Okay, so don't worry too much. There will be a bit of a gap, but we're going to cover that with a piece of card anyway, piece of paper. Right, so at the middle centre of the two boxes, so being here, I'm just reading comments. Thank you, Ellen. Fab work, she said. You need some clothespins up top. So yeah, you could hold them together with some pins. That's fine. So at the middle centre of the two boxes, using a 1-inch punch, which, where are you? The only one I didn't, oh no, not that one. Oh no, where are you gone? You are there, yes, I am organised. Using a 1-inch punch. Hi to Janice. Using a 1-inch punch, punch 2 holes apart from one another, then another one in the centre. Okay? That's right, Deborah. It doesn't make perfect sense when I wrote it, but I want to make it so that you guys understand it when you come to it. And if I talk you through them, hopefully you know what I mean. So I've got my 1-inch circle. Now this is the Stampin' Up punch, and I'm taking it. I'm really sorry about my nails. They were fine this morning, but after 2 loads of washing, haircuts, baking, cooking, and Christmas shopping sorting, they are just rank. So just bear with me. So if you have got a Stampin' Up punch, I'm kind of doing it in the middle of this where this logo lies. Hopefully you can see that. And so we're going in right to the side, going about halfway down where that logo lies. Give it a big punch. Okay, come on. Don't let me down now. You worked in the demo. Oh, it doesn't want to do it now. Maybe oh, come on. Oh, it definitely worked before. Oh, there you go. Oh, you've got to push really hard then. Maybe that card's a bit thicker. Oh, dear. Right, there you go, halfway through. You need to get somebody strong on it. Oh, there you go. That did it a little bit more easier. Don't know what happened there. Where did it go? Right, save those because you might need them for decoration. Again, just save all your tidbits and then you can use them. Okay, so then you can do it like that, but it's a very small hole in between. So what I suggest is go in for a 3rd round, get that in the middle, and then punch that. Could be because the glue is wet, Ellen. I think that could be the case because I didn't have that trouble before. So, excuse me. Now you can put your circles in beforehand, but I think you find that might be a lot more trickier. Okay, to decorate, here we go. Now this is a bit where you've got to concentrate. Let's get my bits and bobs ready for decorating. So I have cut one out already. So this is what you should have at this stage, okay? You want to cut 2 sheets of designer series paper at 5 1/8 and 5 5/8. So here's the one I did earlier. Let me just check the measurement on this. So this is 5, let's draw you in. This is 5 1/8 of an inch. And you need it by 5 5/8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Please be right. Let me just, I can't afford to be making mistakes at this point. Okay, that looks fine. I know, Deborah, I know. Oh, it's annoying. Sometimes I'm fine, sometimes I'm not. My allergies. Okay, on the long side, mark at 2.5 inches. Okay, so 2.5 is there. So you can do this at, you know, if you've got one of these trimmers, it's great because you can mark it down there. You can mark it up here. It's pretty gross on camera though, so sorry about that. We'll just put the volume down on me, just, you know. Okay, so mark it at 2.5 inches at each side and make a crease in the centre by folding it in half and pinching it just the top of the paper, or you can mark it at 2 9/16, which is just a bit of a crazy measurement. So that short side, Did I say that? On the long side, make a mark each side. On the short side, oops. Okay, you want to make a pinch at the middle. All right, is everybody still with me? You're not falling asleep. Cut from the center crease to each of the marks at 2.5 inches at each side. So sorry if this seems slow, but I'm doing this so that I'm making sure my instructions make sense and that it works. So especially if you're watching this on replay going, oh my goodness, she's so slow. Get on with it. Save those pieces because you might need those. Oh, you're a bit close. Okay, so we should have 2 identical pieces. And the great thing about this paper is, because it's double-sided, you can have one of each side or you can have both the same, which we'll discuss in a minute. And then you want to cut 2 square pieces of designer series paper at 2 3/8 by 2 3/8. Tissue time. Right. 2 3/8. 1 2 3. Two 3/8 by 2 3/8. 1 2 3. I've got to count it because I've got to make sure it's all right. Let's just double check. Hurrah! It fits. It's always a good sign when things work. It's a reason why I spent a day doing this. 1 2 3. Oh dear. Okie dokes. Okay. So, shall we do one of each? Because we can. That might be quite exciting. Have a red side and then a green side. So go ahead and you can decorate this how you will. This gives you the measurements of how to do the panels and then the side panels. So this gives you a nice little edge, little border around the edge. Oh, what I should have done is rubbed out my rubber marks, my pencil marks. But you can always go back and do that afterwards. Okay, so we've got a green side and a red side, and this is our lovely Christmas toile paper. I'm laughing because I always struggle saying that word, toile. And then you can stick these squares on the end. So do one green and one red, shall we? Just to be different. So it's on very vanilla, which makes it look really nice and vintagey and different. And incidentally, you might notice that these animals, the deer, the fox and the rabbit, appear on an actual stamp set that we're selling with some of the proceeds going to a charity. So if you're interested in that, you can head over to my shop at stampinstarcreations.co.uk. You can purchase yourself these papers and that stamp set I was telling you about. Okay, I don't need those anymore. It's time to decorate. Okay. Now, I wanted to do some stamping, but I need very vanilla scraps, a bit more than this. So bear with me 2 ticks. And I hope that I've got what I want in here. So I'm going to use my punches. So I've got, you can find that set on the last page in the book. Thank you, Cindy, that's really helpful. So if I've got a piece that's suitable. Yep, this has got a big blob on it, that's why it's in there. Okay, so I'm going to use my circle punches. This one is, try not to get the glare, 2 1/4 inches. One of those. Now, is this going to fit in a 1 1/2? which will fit one of those. Good, that's fine. And then I'm going to use the in the set, which I'm just going to layer these up, and I want to show you a little something that I want to do with decorating. So was I going to use that for something else? Oh no, I could do it in a minute. Right, I need one of those. Okay, so let's put that aside a moment. So we're just going to do some stamping. I'm trying to remember if I cut the circle out first or not. I think I might have. So that's big enough for you to cut out one of those circles, which is 1 3/4 inch. The box is for either holding bottles, oops, or you can use it as a caddy. So here's my original design. Here's my Christmas prototype. But so you can not only use it for bottles, but it can be used for jam jar, small jam jars, mustards, homemade goodies. You could put craft items in it. It might even fit a small punch. Look, you could put punches. You could put ribbon, all sorts. Okie doke. Where were we? Stamps. So I was prepared and got out my stamps. So these stamps are from Snowfront and hot chocolate. Sorry, that caught my eye just then. That's a good idea, hot chocolate. And I gave in to Itty Bitty Christmas. I was like, I don't need that. But actually, when I started reading all the different sentiments and everything, I thought that's really useful to have in my kit. I've got Itty Bitty Birthday and I've got Itty Bitty Greetings. So I kind of had to have Itty Bitty Christmas because it just covers loads of different sentiments and they're all different fonts, which is fantastic to have on your stamp shelf. And the Great Snowfront. So I wanted to create a background scenery with this little house. So I'm going to stamp off in grey granite. I've got a bit of an edge there. And then I'm going to literally put this house in the middle. This is just like a shadow scene. Oh, you can't actually see anything I'm doing right now. Shall I show you what I'm doing? Would you like to see? Oh dear. And then I'm going to give it a pathway. Again, we're going to stamp off. Give it a little pathway there with the zigzag. And then we're going to, again, stamp off. So the reason why I'm stamping off is because this colour would be quite strong if I just did it straight onto the card. And I want it to be like a shadow in the background. So you get the impression of without having it too in your face. And let's go for garden green for a change. And I thought this was perfect, from our house to yours, and that was from the Itty Bitty Christmas. So we're going to stamp over the house because that's what we want to say. So the house still shines through as like a little shadow, little token to the house in the background. Okay, so just as usually, oh, I punched it in the wrong. Haha. 1.5. What size is that then? What have I done wrong? It's the red one that's the wrong size. The red one should be. Down. Here's next to my 2-inch punch. There you are. Okay, let's pretend that didn't happen. 2 inches. Thanks, guys. There we go. All fixed. Okay. There's that. I'm going to grab some ribbon. And this is the lovely kind of double stitched garden green ribbon. Nice and matchy matchy. So I'll have that featuring on our box. There we go. So, like I said, just by changing up the colours, this can be used for another occasion. and you can make it quite masculine if you wanted to. It doesn't have to just be for Christmas. And just add a bit more detail in the back. Let's draw you out, but you're a bit close for my liking. Come back, that's better. Linda says, I so love that DSP. I have to get it soon. Yeah, it's lovely that it's double-sided as well. That's what I love about it. So I'm just going to use some of this stripy red because I've got it to hand. Just rip that bit off so I can reach it. Oh, stuck. Come on, cooperate. Oh, I thought I could fit another one in there. Maybe not. There we go. Sorry, it's a bit stripy on the old eyes, isn't it? So get some of that now. Where's that other bit of triangle I saved? I was going to show you something with that. There it is. Obviously you've got 4 triangles, so you've got quite a bit to play with. You can fit these very neatly in here. And because you've got extra triangles to play with, you're not wasting those extra bits of card. So you can go ahead and, you know, you can use coloured card or you can sponge this. Jeannie says, if ever have tried up marshmallows, you can put them in the food processor of hot chocolate. Then you could put cocoa mix on one side and marshmallow bits on the other. Oh, that sounds yum. I'm loving your ideas. Let's get this glued down, and I mustn't forget dimensionals because I got them out specifically, I mean, not specifically. Sound like my husband, he can't say that word. That and millennium struggles with that. So yeah, I'm really tempted to sponge, but do you know what? I'm just going to save you guys a bit of time because I was a bit slow with the old measurements. And I'm just going to get this baby stuck down as is. So I'm just going to whack that in the middle. Oh, no, you don't want to move. All right, stay there then. Oh, thank you, Ali. Thanks, Deborah. I know, I'm quite, like I said, I never make stuff like this. And for me to actually come up with a design, I was well chuffed. There we go. Right, and then I'm just going to do a bit of cheating. Not cheating, but I'm just going to put a circle there. And then we can stick the 2 lighter colours, top and bottom, like this. Stick the red in the middle. Oh, thank you, Amy. Amy says, this is so adorable. Did I pop that up again? I can't remember. I think I might have, just because it gets a bit bumpy underneath. Oh, it didn't peel it off properly. So then when you're coming to do your ribbon, thanks. You love my circle tag. It's just a great way to use up those scrappy ends. And I thought, oh, that's perfect little sentiment as well. Oh, excuse me. Do you know what? I'll probably be fine come tomorrow afternoon. It disappears after a while. It's just when I want to go live, it starts playing up. Okay, I'm just grabbing out my ribbon, just adds that something, that finishing touch, methinks. Now, I was going to be organised and bring some jars or some bottles or something to put in there, in here. Now, you can obviously do the other side, but, you know, is there any point if nobody's going to see it? It's up to you. Maybe it's one-sided. Now, what I did forget to do on this one is to decorate the ends. So, where's those little circles? I spend my life going, where did I put that? Where's such and such? Shall I see if, oh, here they are, look. They're here. So what size were they? They were 1 inch. Let's see what else I've got in here. I've got a 1 1/4 inch. That's, oh, look at that. It's going to fit perfectly. So I got one of those. And I got one of these. I hope that was the right size. Good, yeah, that fits. Okay, let's finish this off properly. Let's have a look. We could have to and from. Does that fit in? To and from. Oh, yes. Oh, you can't see again. Sorry. Just shout at me if you can't see. Esther! Can't see what you're doing. Come on, up you come. Oh, sticky, sticky. So we can have to and from. And then we could have like a little snowman on the other side. Maybe, or a little tree, or let's have a snowman. Just because we can. We'll have him in the smoky slate. Vanessa says, looks great, thank you. You need to go to the shops when they're open and spend the rest of the day playing. I know, it's so nice to have a day to play. I think because the kids are on holiday and I'm on, because I work in the equivalent of kindergarten, I get the time off, which is great. And it's what I needed because I need a chance to play. I got a little bit of a nick out of that, but you know what, I'm just gonna carry on regardless. Because nobody's really going to stare at it and find out where all the wrong bits are they really? Oh, I did want to show you one more thing after I've done this. I'm gonna sneeze. Excuse me. Oh, sorry. Oh. Hi, welcome to the sneezing channel. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Cindy. And I can't do it quietly. It's really annoying. Hi there, Red. Nice to see you. Thank you. Oh, dearie dear. Once I start, I go for a good old session. Oh, man. Come on. I'm nearly finished. Can you just hold out a second? Right. What was I going to say to you? One last thing. So when you do bring your box together, I have found that almost every time I've done it, I've never had a completely neat edge. So don't panic and thinking mine's not connecting properly. I think it's just because there are quite a few layers of card, but this just helps give it stability and it saves cutting anything away. You know, when you're using a whole piece of card, you might as well use the whole piece. So that's why I've kept in all of those layers. But don't worry if you get just that, you know, ever so slightly. I mean, like I say, by the time you decorate it, people aren't really going to question and look at it with scrutiny. So amazingly, that's 3 boxes. The other cute thing I thought about this box is the fact that it does actually look like a house as well. You could put like a little chimney. Actually, I had an idea with that brick embossing folder. Sorry, I was just trying to adjust this so you can see it best. You could do that. You could have a brick embossing on it and do something like that. So there you have it. Thank you for bearing with me. Emboss edge over the join if it bugs you. Ah, that's a good idea. Yeah, you can always go over with a sponge or a bit of embossing or something over the edge, and you know, you've got your carry case there. So yeah, I'm really pleased with how this has turned out, and the fact that it just uses 2 pieces of A4 paper. So here's the other one I did. I made this into a little bauble, and I had a little strip hanging down there, so it looked like a bauble. So you can do that as well if you wanted to. I don't know if it will work with this thicker ribbon. Let's just audition. Actually, I quite like that. Should we just quick? I'm just going to do that. Okay. Let's just finish this project off. And so if you do come to stick ribbon like this, I notched a little arrow at the top. Thank you, Ali. Ali's going to go and see what she can put inside her box. Okay, maybe we've cut a bit too much. Okay, I should have measured it before I did it. Cut a little off. Now, on the thinner ribbon, with the tear and tape, this might be slightly too thick, so I just tend to cut it in half and cut a few little strips. But with this thicker ribbon, you can afford just to lay it down like so. And this is perfect for sticking ribbon. It's nice and sticky. It makes it stay. Sorry, I'm dropping my voice. You know, when you're concentrating. I'm just going to get that tucked behind there, if it'll let me. There you go. Okay, slightly on the skew, but there we are. We're going to go with it. I might lift it up in a minute. Right, that's enough of blowing my nose live on YouTube for one night. I'm going to love you and leave you and blow my nose. Oh dear. And again, you know, if you're in America and you want to convert this to inches, by all means, it might actually be easier. You can use my template. So I'm going to go off and tweak my instructions. Let's turn you around and talk to you face to face. So I'm going to go off and tweak my instructions in the hope that it makes sense. Put some chapstick on your nose before it blisters. I know that it's going all red already. Thank you. I'm sure it's just my allergies. Like I said, unfortunately, they come and they go. I don't know what causes it. Ah, great. So, like I said, just depending on what papers you have, you can make this look completely different. This one was with the old bottle up papers. This was with last year's Christmas papers. So look out the clearance rack. Sometimes you could pick up some papers, or we've got some gorgeous papers to play with this year. So, you know, you can make it really personalised and make it your own. Go and have fun with it. I'll get those instructions up as soon as I can. I think I'm going to come off here and get that sorted straight away. So watch out for the link below and I'll take photos and everything. Thank you, everybody. I'll be back tomorrow, hopefully without allergies. I'm on Facebook at 8:30 p.m. in the UK, and then I'll be back straight after YouTube, same time that I was on tonight, 9 o'clock, and to do another project. Have I decided what I'm doing yet? No, I haven't. I've got plenty of ideas, but I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do yet. Are you posting template directions somewhere? Yes. I'm hoping to post them. I'll put a link under this video and I'll post it on my Facebook page. So it's the same name. It's going to come up mirror image. Stampin'. Oh, excuse me, I had a burp. Sorry. Stampin' Star Creations. I better go before I end up farting or something. Thank you, Jeannie. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Deborah. Take care, everybody. I better go before I embarrass myself anymore. Take care. Good night. Doesn't want to go again. It does that thing where, bye.